Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's actually Christmas Eve. I'm sure you're all very much aware of that, especially people with children. I hope you've actually managed to get a little bit of sleep tonight. Anyway, on with tonight's nightcap. I was expecting Mick to come down with Stig to do the draw for the height gauge. Stig's away eating pigeons seemingly. Deb's is at work, the daughter's at work, so it's going to be down to me to do the draw for this nice little hay vernier. I'm sitting here now, I might as well do it now. I think 300 names have come in last week to go into the bucket, so the bucket's quite full now. But I'll pick one out that way, then you can see there's more. See the mercury, right, good mix up. Right, I've got one. Right, the name is Robert Gaines. Bring it in so you can see it. Turn that on so I can see what I'm looking at. Right, Robert Gaines. Right, all you need to do now is send me an email with your address and I'll post this off to you. It's quite heavy, so if you live in Africa or Australia, I might ask you for a small donation. Anyway, congratulations, I'm sure you'll have a happy service out of that. I'm going to do another giveaway. It's going to be another special giveaway. Once again, it's something I got off Bob. It's a Smith's tachometer. I actually got this off Richard and it was really dilapidated. All the case was broken. There was no accessories in it. A friend of mine managed to get them. They come from Australia actually, the accessories. Bob's had it away, refurbished it, redone the case. It works lovely. So that's going to be this week's giveaway. These are the parts that are hard to find. You often find they're missing. Anyway, it's all there, fully refurbished, ready to go. You can buy a electronic rev counter off eBay for a few pounds. You put a sticker on your chuck and you point a thing at it. But this is real. This will be here when your electronic stuff's not. If you want a chance at winning that, all you have to do once again is send me an email. That's my email address up there. In the email, just put your name, your full name, like John Mills, not just John. Your name goes into the bucket. If it's pulled out, I'll post that off to you anywhere in the world, completely free of charge. As I've said, it's just a way of me saying thanks very much for all the help and support I've had. I mean, I've got another one of them. Somebody sent us a one in mint original condition, so I don't need to. Bob's got one, he didn't want it, so I might as well give it away. If you win it and you don't want it, give it to someone else. But it's a shame just to see this line in the cupboard. In tonight's nightcap, I eventually get the pulley done, get that pulley boss broached out, I get it welded into the pulley, so there's some broaching work, some machining work, and there's some welding work. I did a video of the weld. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. I also do some machining for Richard. I make some steel spacers, machine a water strainer. There's plenty bits and pieces going on in tonight's nightcap. I'm going to put a bit of plate here that I'm going to use to make the base out of. That's 1/2 inch plate. It's more than thick enough because I'm only going to be using the overpress to broach holes. I think what I'll do, I was going to drill the holes, but I think I'll do a little drone and I'll cut it out with a plasma cutter. It gives me a bit of practice doing some card drone, and it'll see if the plasma cutter will in fact pierce 12mm plate. So I'll take some measurements, I'll do a drone, and then we'll plasma cut that out. This is a simulation of how it's actually going to cut the plate out. The program actually arranges the best way to cut it to minimise distortion. That's the 3 holes done. Now I'll cut out the outside shape. Well, I did wonder if it would clean pierce 12mm plate, and no problem at all, straight through it. I'm getting a little bit more use now with this plasma table. Every time I use it I find something new, or I learn something. I will be doing a series of videos, like a review on the plasma cutter, once I get to know how to use it properly. It's pointless doing a review on something that you're not sure how to use. Anyway, by watching the built-in tutorial videos and speaking to 1 or 2 lads, I'm finding out more and more about it, and I'm sure you'll agree that's a perfectly acceptable result. Very little dross on the back, and what was on just scraped off. All I need to do now is make sure it actually fits on the two studs it was designed to fit onto. Right, there's nothing much the matter with that. That's 20mm stud, and I programmed the holes to be 22 and that one to be 40. So now I've got all that adjusted. You never know the way things are going here. We might actually get that Keyway brushed. We're possibly done with 2 more nuts. Just 2 on either side of that, but I've only got the 2 nuts. I'm sure it'll work fine. Right, I've mounted it onto the bench just temporarily on 2 bolt holes. Be nice to have it mounted all the time, but I haven't got the room, and I think this is going to work quite fine. I'll get the camera in a little bit closer once we start actually doing the broaching, and you can see how the process works. Right, I've found a suitable spacer just to pack the bush up onto. That's the bush we're trying to broach out. That's the broach guide we made. There's a little shim there behind the broach, and that's a broach, that's the teeth head that's actually going to do the cutting. So that simply goes there underneath the press. The press comes down. That pushes the broach down through the right, that's its first pass. I'll take it apart so you can see the result. Right, you can see there it's starting to cut the Keyway, and all you do is you carry on putting spacers in as you go, just to give it more depth of cut. It basically lines itself up, it can't do anything else. I think that's working quite effectively. I really do need 2 more nuts. I need a nut there and a nut there to stop any rock on that table. I'm not going to go any further forward until I get those nuts, because I just do not want to. I don't want to break the broach. Right, I've modified this by putting 2 parallels in there and tightening that up, so now that plate is nice and rigid. It doesn't move, doesn't flex, and it's parallel to that, which is in turn it's got to be square to the rack, which is the important thing. Right, I've got the broach set up. 2 little spacer shims in there, so it's ready for another cut. Right, starting the cut there. Little squirt of cutting oil, and that gently gets pushed through. It's surprising how much force it actually takes. I normally use a hydraulic press to do broaching. It is taking quite a big cut. Right, you can see how much space we've got now, and we actually started off with just 1/20 shim in there. You see all the shims have taken up the clearance behind the broach. It should probably be slot cut. You see the sort of chips it produces. It's like a joiner really pushing a chisel down through a mortise joint. It's deeper than the original one, so that's gonna do the job. So that modification on the arbor press has worked out quite well. That's not too bad. The TIG weld for a mechanic that pisses about. It's welded with a dissimilar welding rod because I'm not quite sure what the boss is made out of or the pulley. This rod's designed to weld basically dissimilar metals, just stainless steel based rod. Anyway, I'm quite happy with that. Unfortunately the weld shot on the actual pulley itself didn't turn out, which is annoying. So what I've done, I've used the original bush and I've turned a big thick washer. I've got it set up and I'm going to weld it exactly the same settings using exactly the same rods, and this time try and get a better arc shot because it is Christmas.